Hello friends, today I am going to feed all of you a Barfi, a 5-step formula for removing negative thinking. BARFI. B for breathe, A for ask yourself, R for remember, F for feel, and I for internalize. So how many of you want to eat the Barfi? Let's start. B for breathe. As soon as someone gives you a negative thought or you go into a zone of negative thinking, if someone insults you, speaks to you badly or ditches you, then immediately the first step is to take deep 5 belly breaths to calm your nervous system. All of you can do an experiment. Just stop breathing for some time and you will see that when you stop breathing, you become thoughtless, because as soon as the breath stops, the thoughts also stop, because the mind and breathing are very closely related. When you focus your consciousness over the breathing, slowly and slowly there is grounding and consolidation. And here I would like to speak about the 4 types of breathing. When a person is in severe stress, he is only doing nasal breathing. The breath is going up to the nose and the nasal cavity. A little better than this is mouth breathing, where the breath goes up to the upper trachea and the food pipe. Better than this kind of breathing is chest breathing or thoracic breathing, where the air goes up to the lungs and the chest expands. But the best kind of breathing which a yogi does is abdominal breathing or stomach breathing. If you see a small child, you will see that during sleeping, the stomach is going up and down. And if a person is relaxed, the breath goes up to the diaphragm and pushes the stomach up, and that is abdominal breathing. So try to take deep, long breaths and you will see that the mind is immediately calmed. The next step in this is to ask yourself, ask yourself, is the negative thinking true? Is the thought which I am holding 100% true? Am I damn sure that what I am thinking is 100% true? And is this useful for me? The answer will be no. So if the answer is no, that this negative thinking is not useful for me, and the thought which has come, is it 100% true, then please let go of the thought. And the third in the Barfi, after B for breathing, A for ask yourself, and R is remembering. Remember and repeat to yourself that this negative thinking is the root cause of my emotional suffering, because I have believed my thought. I have believed that this thought is 100% true. But if you ask this question to yourself again and again, and you remember and repeat, you will see that you will give up this negative thought or negative emotion. And my dear friends, the 4th thing in the process, BARF. F is to feel whatever emotion you are experiencing without the need to comment on it. So generally when we think, it is about other person or the other situation. But when we feel, it is our feelings. So when someone came and insulted you, what you need to do is to go to your room, close the door from within, sit silently, take a deep breath, ask yourself, remember, and feel the feeling. It is very important to understand how you're feeling. And as soon as you feel, the feeling will reflect in the body. If you are angry, you will see that the heartbeat increases, there is perspiration, there is vasodilatation, and the face becomes blushing red. You get twitching over the muscles, and if you want to speak, you will start stammering. If a person is getting a lusty feeling, he will see that the hormonal surge is there. There are bodily changes. And you know what is the funny part? The last part. When you feel, you look at yourself, it is centripetal. But when you look at others' thought, it is centrifugal. We need to land our helicopter from thinking, which is hovering around in the sky, to bring it and ground it on the helipad in the heart by feeling the feeling very deeply in the heart. And when you do this, you will immediately see that there are bodily changes. If you're feeling like crying, don't stop the tears. Let the tears flow, and with the tears, the emotions will flow out. Otherwise, you will carry that painful energy in the heart or in other parts of the body, and if it doesn't come out through the tears, it will come out through other aspects and through diseases. It will affect the kidney, it will affect the adrenals, it will affect the internal organs, the nerves, the energy chakras, the nadis, and somehow or the other you will get affected. So if the tears are coming, let us flow. Sometimes male people think that crying is a weak thing for the male person. No, it's not. Cry out and let the feelings flow. And the real crux, my dear friends, is the last part, I. And I is to internalize. What do you mean by internalize? What is meditation? Meditation means from thinking to feeling to being. Rather than focusing on the thought that this person this did to me, that person did this to me, this situation did this to me, I am so frustrated because of this person, that thing and this situation, you focus on the feeling within your heart. So meditation means from thinking to feeling to being. Thinking is in the mind, feeling is the heart, and being is in your inner existence. Coming to the most last and the crucial part of how to give up negative thinking is I. Internalize. That means you keep looking at your feeling and see what bodily changes are happening. And as it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling, Agamu apainu anitya. It will come, it will stay, and it will go. We will suffer to the degree we identify with the feelings in Dehatma Buddhi or bodily consciousness, where I start feeling that I am sad, I am angry, I am lusty, I am greedy, I am burning, I am jealous, I am envious. My dear friend, you are nothing of these. You are the spirit soul or the Atma. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are not the feeling. You are not the emotion. So why do you get involved and identify yourself with the feeling? You are Atma or the spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. Mamae vangsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. We are Atma and He is Paramatma, Bhagavan. We are part and parcels of the Supreme Lord. We have nothing to give and take with this body, this feeling, this emotion. And as soon as we look at these things in this way, the same emotion and feeling looks at you differently. Now you're not involved. You are looking at it in a drashta bhav, or in a witnessing consciousness. You are observing it from far, just like a soul when it leaves the body, it looks at the body, just like when an anesthesia operation is happening. Or in sleep, sometimes the soul leaves the body and keeps a remote control on the body physiological functions. And my dear friends, trust me, it is a tried and tested method which I have done with many of my students and counselees. And it has worked amazingly. And do you know how long does it take? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And as you keep practicing, Barfi, eat the Barfi, B-A-R-F-I, breathe, ask, repeat, feel and internalize. Is it a very difficult thing? Do you really think that now you can tackle your negative thinking? What do you feel about this? Please put your comments in the chat box and we will be happy to help. So the biggest challenge is to take your thoughts from outward to the feeling which is inside, and from the feeling to look what changes are happening in the body, because the body doesn't lie. The thoughts can lie, the feelings may not be perceived, but the body doesn't lie. And as you keep doing this, all of a sudden, you will get the mindful state. You will be able to observe your emotions and feeling without getting involved. You will be able to see without your mind, and you will be able to see as it is. And as soon as you observe without evaluation, the feeling will disappear and you will feel very calm, cool, and collected. I hope you enjoyed this video. In today's day and date of Kali Yuga and the fast jet age, negative thinking is eating people from within and corroding. It leads to suicides, tensions, breaking of TVs, throwing of journals, killing each other, and so on and so forth. This can be stopped immediately with the formula Barfi, BARFI. Thank you very much.